Good afternoon, everyone. It is currently 2 p.m. on October 5th, marking this as day 73 of Codename Conqueror's development, and things are going well, surprisingly, honestly. Um, so I want to make this little update video as pretty much scrapping the other one I made. I made one that was like 10 minutes long. I may or may not upload that one, maybe just for the hoops and giggles, but this one is going to be like a quick little summary of what that one had, like a TLDR kind of thing. So what happened was I was really motivated to work on Conqueror. I then had to start learning how to code the app, and I didn't know how to make an app, so I was like, okay, we can do this. And as soon as I started having to learn how to use React Native and JavaScript, I lost a lot of motivation because I had like 6 hours of YouTube tutorials to watch, plus more, to learn how to freaking use it. And I was like, I'm not about this. I'd rather just have fun designing, like drawing the app, and I had a lot of fun that way. And so for like the next 2-3 weeks, I was just drawing. I was just drawing templates, talking to people, asking for people's feedback on SmashEG, how to make it better, and how to make it like implement it on a mobile app. So that's what I was doing for a while, and then it didn't get fun. So there was a point when I just ran out of ideas. I had no idea how to. It was specifically seeding. I had no idea how to make seeding nice on mobile, because you can imagine, like, on SmashEG it's hard enough, thousands, imagine like 4,000 entrants on a mobile app. How the frick are you gonna see all those people? How are you gonna seed that, right? So it's hard enough on SmashEG. It's easy because you can like scroll like the entire web page, that's fine, but like on a phone that's hard, man. So I could not find a way to feasibly, like, it wasn't gonna look pretty. It was gonna be like a challenge, like simple list, and you just kind of drag and drop, with some like functions here and there to do easier things. But I lost a lot of motivation that way because I just could not think of a better way to do it. So because that was the only thing I needed to work on was the seating layouts, I was like, okay, I'm done with this. I lost motivation. I didn't want to code. I didn't want to learn how to code React Native. I didn't want to figure out seeding, so I just lost motivation. I was like, I don't want to do this. And that was right around the time when Twitch versus thing beta, which is essentially SmashGG but Twitch. I think I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Cact thinks so as well. Shouts to him, he's awesome. So that was a huge blow. I honestly didn't know if I should continue Codename Conqueror after that, because how can I compete with Twitch? If Twitch is making kind of esque platform on their app, on their web app, what have you, then what hope do I have? Well, Twitch is nice and all that jazz, but like Twitch is still Twitch. Like, it can still be buggy, it can still not be great, especially if it's integrated with the streaming platform. It won't be as easy. It will be pretty physically demanding on your phone and whatnot. So I think still a dedicated mobile app for bracket system and the record system, which is the main purpose of Codename Conqueror, will still be nice. And because if some people still use challenge, some people casually still use it, they don't want to set up the whole SmashEG thing, it's way too complicated. So I'm probably gonna keep doing the mobile app, well, obviously because I've been doing it for a while, but I'm probably gonna keep, which gives me an idea right now actually, of making a simple bracket function, which you just do that, set an entrant count, and then boom, just easy bracket. And then there's more advanced settings, which is like seeding and pools. I think I actually already have that implemented. I had an idea, I just gotta, anyway. I'm ranting about ideas as I'm talking about it, which is what I do as a developer. So, what was I getting at? So, Twitch announced the thing, I got super demotivated, I was like, I can't do this. Pack that with the fact that I got bored of drawing, and I got bored of learning how to code, and I was like, there's just no hope for me. Or there's no hope for the project. Because like, I'm just bored out of my mind. I'm not motivated. So, a few weeks passed, and then the SmashEG rumor thing was like, oh yeah, SmashEG is closing in October. I'm pretty sure that turned out to be false, because they made like a Reddit post of something that's saying like, we're fine. We're not great, but we're fine. So that gave me more motivation to be like, if SmashEG goes under, people are going to be freaking out. And people were freaking out that SmashEG might be going under. So that gave me more hope to be like, just because Twitch versus is a thing, doesn't mean Conqueror won't be appreciated. So that gave me more motivation. And about day 60, I want to say day 60, like a solid 2.5 week span of me doing nothing, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I still don't want to figure out seeding. I will eventually, but that's a problem for another day. I want to learn how to code. I really do. So I sat down and I actually watched the 6 hours of tutorial videos. In case you don't know, I had to learn how to write JavaScript, object-oriented programming, how to use React, and how to use React Native, which altogether was like 6+ hours of YouTube videos on how to watch. By the way, I watched Code with Mosh. He's spectacular. Fantastic programmer. I still don't know HTML, although I don't think I need to, because JSX is like a lot like HTML, but it's more so JavaScript, so it makes more sense to me. So Code with Mosh is fantastic, and I made a tweet recently saying like, oh, update's going well on Conqueror. However, I might have to spend a lot of money if I want to like really do this and make it nice. I ended up spending the money, but the money was for Code with Mosh. So his YouTube videos are like 2 hours long, and they're the first blank portion of the entire course. So React Native, his YouTube video was the first 2 hours of like a 12-hour course, which the whole course of course costs money because he's a programmer, wants to make money off teaching people how to program, which is totally respectable. I would do the same. So I was like, I could spend the money on the course, but I may not need to. And it turns out I most certainly needed to, so I did. Luckily, I got it on a huge discount. I think it was like $120, $120, but I got it for like 30 or 40, so that was nice. So that's what I've been doing for the past 13 days, because today's day 73. Tomorrow's actually 74, which is my favorite number. Cool. So, what was I saying? Today's 73. I've been working on it for almost 2 weeks now, of just watching his tutorials, just coding along with him. And I'm getting it, like, a lot. Like, I understand a lot more. A lot more. So much so that I'm very confident that assuming I make no mistakes, a December beta could be very likely. I realistically think January, February is more in the ballpark. Especially if I, like, have to constantly research how to do this. Why is this not working? Why is this not working? But I wanted to give an update on a more loud, because it's midday, I don't have to like keep quiet at night. A more formal, compact little update on, yeah, that's what happened. Lost motivation, got it back, we're coding again, and I'm now feeling more motivated to go back and draft as well, because now that I know how to code, I can draft, and while I'm drafting, I can understand how the coding would implement that, which is nice. Because so far all we're doing is, not all we're doing, but so far a lot of what JavaScript and React Native is you build the app from the ground up, which is looks and action, both parts. The majority of it is looks, as you can imagine. So I'm very confident that after I finish the course, I'm like 33% of the way there. I say that specifically because the last time I saw the percentage gauge was 33%. So that wasn't just a shot in the dark. Otherwise, I would have said like a third. I'm ranting. Sorry. But it's going well. It's going well. I found a way to beta test. That was the other thing I wanted to highlight, was I found a consistent way to beta test. It's a pain for me. And the reason why is because I use an app called Expo, or Expo Client, depending on what your platform is, or your operating system. So, Expo is an app that allows you to test the apps that you're using on React Native, which is, in case you guys don't know, like, React Native is just a software extension of VS Code, and VS Code is just another software like Adobe Photoshop. There's VS Code. So VS Code uses React. You can import React Native. React Native uses Expo, and Expo you can download on your phone. So the reason why it's tedious is because you need to publish the app for anyone to view. Enable debugging software on your it doesn't matter what it's on, but it could either be on VS Code, it could either be on your phone, it could be either HTML on a web browser, but you need to enable debugging. You need to enable remote debugging, which for whatever reason I can't figure out. And the one time I did, it crashed the app. So I figured out how to uncrash it. You have to uninstall and reinstall the app to get, like, reset it. But it's a pain. It's an absolute tedious process to enable remote debugging, set up remote debugging so that everything works, and then you have to publish the app while debugging is enabled, and then it'll publish, and then you have to uninstall and reinstall the app, and then which hopefully disables remote debugging, which then puts your VS Code back to normal. But I didn't figure that out for a long time. So anyway, I don't want to do that until I have a pretty good beta to work with, because I only want to do that process like twice. Only twice. And because once you do it once, you don't have to do it again to make another like beta version invite link or whatever. You only have to do it once, and that invite link you can send to however many people you want, whenever you want. So that's why it's good, because if I want a beta tester, all they need to do is download the Expo app and scan the QR code of the link I give them. So all you, like, if I'm the developer, and well, I am, but all I have to do is say, download this app, here's a link. And all they have to do is download the app and scan the link. And that's all they gotta do, and then they can test the app. And that's phenomenal. I already had, I won't shout out his name, in case he just wants privacy, I don't know. But I already had somebody in another state on the same coast. So I'm East Coast. I already had somebody on the same state test the app from many miles away, and they were able to do it just fine. So that's good. That's good. I like that. Which means anybody could beta test, no matter where you are. I have a method of beta testing. Learning how to code is going well, and I'm remotivated to learn how to draft. I'm actually a little bit addicted to working on Conqueror now, because like I'm doing it like all the time. When I wake up at like whatever o'clock in the morning, I'm actually just like, let's work on Conqueror. And whenever I say work on Conqueror, it's more like, let's learn how to code, because I'm not directly working on the app yet. Not yet. I gotta learn what I'm doing. I was considering like starting the app itself right now, but I was like, that would be very stupid, considering I don't even know how to transition between screens yet. We haven't gotten that far in the course. So I thought that was funny. So what we're doing, what I've already inferred is that what we're doing is we're building we have like a test app, like a how do I describe this? It's an app that we're designing. He already designed it, and it's like a template app. So it's already been like I'm explaining this terribly. Anyway, there's an app that he codes along with us. So we should get the same product he does after we're done coding. Everyone should have the same looking app, the same functioning app. So I want to finish that to understand how everything works before starting my own. I was considering starting Conqueror while learning, but I realized how stupid that would be, so I'm not going to do that. So whenever I say I work on Conqueror, it's still I'm learning how to code an app rather than I'm actually coding the app, which is unfortunate, but I'm doing what I can. I wish I could just pop in and start working on the app, but it's just unrealistic. It's stupid. The next step, right now I'm still learning, so gotta finish learning how to code the app, and then I'm probably gonna have to draft the app. I have to put coding on hold because I have to know what I'm coding. It's a lot easier. I found out it's a lot easier to code the app when you know what you need to code. So for example, if I just be like, add page, add picture, then it's a lot harder to do what you're doing. But it's so much easier if you have a picture of the app template you want to have, and then you constantly just be like, okay, obviously like my color isn't quite right, so let me change the color, or oh, this is too close to the edges, so let me like shrink that a little bit. So then after I learn how to code, I'll go back to drafting. I will draft it all, every screen, and then I will make the beta. Although the one question I do have that I don't have an answer to yet is I don't know what the beta is going to do. So what I think I'm going to have is I'm going to have the whole map of the United States with only one selectable state, probably just New Hampshire because that's where I'm from. And that's Conqueror. So I'm going to only have that one state, for example. Maybe two, if I feel like it. Unless I get carried away and do all 50, that would be nice too. And then for the bracket, it'll have a single bracket that you can view, and a single bracket that you can like act in. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm probably just gonna do the one bracket that you can view, but actually, no, I can do an active TO bracket. Now that I think about it, so a Conqueror app beta that I want to shoot for is at least one state, maybe two if I'm feeling confident or cocky, and one just view bracket, like just as a spectator or as a player viewing the bracket, and B as a TO bracket. So like you can actually adjust the settings, adjust the settings or whatnot. It's gonna be completely dummy data. Like it's not gonna like, it'll be a set like 100 entrants per both brackets, and then one of them you can change who won. The other one you can just view. That's all you can do. Just view the tournament as if you're viewing a tournament that you didn't register for, just like Smash G. And the other one will be as from a TO's perspective. You can change results. You can change who won what set. You can change seeding, and it'll like ripple effect. It'll change the entire bracket. So that's what I think is going to happen. And then after that beta, I'll get feedback. I might do another beta of all the other advanced concepts and all the states and whatnot, and all the functions, and then I'll probably publish the app after all those things have been fixed. But I see as it's approaching the end of the development, it's going to have a lot of betas, and I think that's normal because like I wonder. Right now I'm wondering. Okay, now I'm going to save that for another because I don't need to go on that tangent. But this has been my update, and I'm going to stop recording now and record a Twitter-friendly version of update. This has been a lot longer than I wanted to. It's actually longer than the last one, but it's more clear, more concise. I think it's more transparent in my thoughts. So thank you guys so much for watching.